Is there a guy you suspect he has a crush on you, but he tries to hide it? You know this guy loves you, but he's trying to hide it. Let me share with you some 7 signs that a man is emotionally attracted to you. He's emotionally attached to you. We are spiritual beings, and we can sense when somebody has a crush on us, when somebody is emotionally attached, emotionally attracted. When there are strings attached, you can sense those strings, those magnets pulling you towards his heart. So some 7 signs that a man is emotionally attracted to you. Number 1, you have long conversations. You know what? This is a guy who wants to commit. If a guy spends countless hours with you, you can't even tell how time flies. You see, if you have a hard conversation with someone, 1 hour is too long. If you don't like somebody's company, if you're enduring a conversation or somebody's company, 1 hour is too long. If a conversation is pleasant and loving, you are enjoying somebody's conversation and somebody's company, 3 hours is too short. It is even true for life. Guys who are succeeding in their career, in their businesses, guys who are enjoying life, they find life short. 10 years is too short a time. But people who are going through difficult seasons, people who faced a difficult life, they're starving, they're lacking jobs, they are sick. 10 years is too long. People who are struggling through this life, they find this life too long. But people who are cruising through life, enjoying, eating with a large silver spoon, they find life short. So if there is this guy you just, whenever you meet to chat, you know what? Seconds turn into minutes, turn into hours. Hours turn into days, into weeks. This guy is emotionally attached and attracted to you. Number 2, he listens to you. You know, you can have a conversation with a guy, but he's always talking about himself, talking about his achievements, bragging about his accomplishments, his academic prowess, his business acumen, his physique. There's so many guys who are full of themselves. But if you have a conversation with a guy who listens to you, he wants to hear you speak. He enjoys hearing your sweet whispers. This is the kind of a guy who loves your opinion. He even asks for your advice about his personal life, advice about his professional life, advice about his spiritual life, advice about his family. He wanted to tell him something. Advise him about how to relate with his mom, with his sisters, with his daddy. Advise him on how to relate with his colleagues at work, with his boss, how to improve his professional undertakings. This is a guy who is emotionally attracted to you. He respects you. He respects your opinion. He values what you have to say. He believes he doesn't have the monopoly of intelligence because he is genuinely in love with you, even though he has not yet spoken. Number 3, if a guy is emotionally attracted to you, he compliments your non-physical features. Now, it's easy for any Tom, Dick, and Harry to say you're cute, to say something about your butts and breasts, and your face, and your lips, and your eyes. Any single man who wants to sleep with you can comment about your shape. But a man who respects you for who you are, a man who genuinely loves you, he will compliment your physical features, yes, but he will go beyond that and compliment your work ethic, your attitude, your teamwork, your ability to get along with others, your composure, your emotional intelligence, your smartness. I mean, you are a professional woman. You are a hardworking person. He will compliment about your virtues, how much you love God, how you respect people. He'll bring out the inner beauty out of your life. Let me tell you, lady, 70% of the people who follow me and who listen to my YouTube videos have not subscribed to my YouTube channel. They are blessed by my life and my ministry, but they don't support me. Please be among the 30% who subscribe to my YouTube videos. Don't just be blessed by me, also bless me. We bless each other. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's bless each other. That's how you get blessed. You are blessed to bless. Don't just receive the blessings. Also bless the person who blesses you. Bless the one who blesses you. And the only thing I'm asking you to do for me and to me, I don't ask you for money. I only ask you, please, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be a blessing to me as well. Will you do that for me? Thank you so much. Now, to know a man is attracted to you emotionally, number 4. You are vulnerable with him. You feel accepted in his presence. You feel with him you are in a safe space. You can literally tell him where it hurts. You can disclose to him when you're sick. You are not embarrassed even to say difficult things. If your genitals hurt, you can tell him. If you're on periods, you can tell this guy. If you crashed with your mom, you had a conflict with your dad, you can tell this guy. If you're fearing to lose your job, you can tell this guy because you know you're not going to be judged. You know if you share with him your pains, he's going to comfort you and encourage you and inspire you. He's going to kiss away your tears. He's going to be a cushion for your safe landing. You feel vulnerable. You can pour your heart. You can speak without being concerned about your adjectives because you know he's not judgmental. You know he's caring, he's loving. He loves you for who you are, not for what you have, not for your accomplishments, but for who you are. So you feel safe in his arms. You feel secure with this guy. That's an emotional attachment. To know a guy is emotionally attracted to you, number 5. He is open with you. He has no hidden cards. He has kept all the cards on the table. You know his family. You know his friends. You know his tastes, his hobbies. You know about his work. You know exactly who he likes in his place of work. You know exactly how his boss treats him because he tells you exactly what he's going through in his place of work. You know about his future. You know his ambitions. He lets you peep into his privacy. You know where he lives. You know what? He talks about you on his social media. He proudly posts pictures between you and him because there is no other woman he is seeing. This is a guy who wants to commit. Don't shy away from such a guy. This is a guy who is an open book to you. He's transparent. He's accountable. He's honest. He is a man with integrity. Integrity is not holiness. Integrity comes from the mathematical word integer. Integer means whole. What you see is what you get. He doesn't have two faces for two different audiences. Yes, what you see is what you get. What you see is who he is. That's integrity. That means his life is consistent. He has nothing he's hiding. If a man is emotionally attracted to you and he wants to commit to you, number 6, he contacts you consistently. He doesn't play power games, waiting to see who is going to text next. You know, he doesn't play those games. You are sure he's going to text you. If there is one text you're going to receive any single day, that text is from him. If there is one call you're sure will come through, it is his call. Manipulators and users and people who just want to sleep with you, they play power games with you. Let's see who's going to text next. Let's see who's going to call first. This guy doesn't play those games with you. Either of you can call first because you're both honest with each other. You are sincere with each other. This guy is always there for you. There is no pressure to take you to bed because he's honest from the bottom of his heart. Even when things are a bit hard, because every relationship must be tested and tried through fire. Sometimes you're going to have some issues to sort out, but he doesn't run away from you. He doesn't run away from issues. He tries to work out things. He tries to fix what is broken so that both of you can pick up the broken pieces, mend them, and journey together. Quitting is not an option for this dude. It is not how it's going to work. It's not whether it's going to work. It's how it's going to work. Not whether. No, that's a done deal. It's how are we going to do it together? How are we going to iron out this difficulty? How are we going to surmount this mountain? How are we going to go through this valley? How are we going to go through this thick darkness? Quitting is not an option for him. He has no plan B. You are his only plan. He has no single plan B. You are his only master plan. Number 7, to know a man is emotionally attracted to you. Number 7, he is attentive to your needs. When you're talking, he looks at you straight in your eyeball. He can study your mood swings. He can tell when you're a little bit upset and ask you, what's the matter, darling? How may I help? He can tell when you're excited, and he doesn't want to put off the fires of excitement. When you're excited, he wants to keep those fires up. He wants to celebrate you when you are excited. Yes, he notices even things you don't notice about yourself. He will tell you you're putting too much sugar in your coffee. You're using too much cheese, or you're putting too much salt in your food. He will tell you, honey, you've added some weight. Please, please, please. We've got to cut out some carbs and some starch. He will notice when you increase weight. He will notice when you have a bad day. He will want to know what happened in your place of work. He will notice when you're feeling insecure. He remembers what is important to you, like your birthday, like maybe an important date for your family. He remembers what you communicated last and what you had agreed to discuss today. Because you're important to him, you're not a side issue. You're not a side plan. You are his main plan. Guess what? You have occupied a very large part of his life and his mind. If out of sight, out of mind, that guy is a user. Somebody who remembers you when you meet, forgets your birthday, forgets important things to you. You're not in his mind. But this guy, you're ever in his minds and thoughts and prayers. Because he's emotionally attracted to you and he wants to commit. This is your best bet for a life partner. Please, if you learned something, give me a comment. Let me know what you learned. Let me know your thoughts. And kindly remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Will you do that for me? Deal? Thank you so much. God bless you, and I wish you the very best with this guy of your dream.